Welcome back to my channel JBR Online Classes. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon.
Hello everyone, so today I am going to start chapter 10 from the book of Ischand. In chapter 10 here, direct and inverse variation. So before I going to start this chapter, first you have to know what is direct and inverse variation. Suppose here x and y are two variables. Okay, x and y are two variables. Now if x and y are in direct variation, then the relation is x by y equal to constant. Okay, that means the ratio of two variables is always constant if they are in direct variation. And if x and y are in inverse variation, then the product of two variable that equal to constant. Okay, so in direct variation the ratio will be constant, in inverse variation the product will be constant. Now if you let the constant as k, then x by y equal to k for direct variation and xy equal to k for inverse variation, and this k is called the constant of the variation. So whenever you write down that x varies with y, then you can use this symbol x varies with y, and that is direct variation. And whenever you write inverse variation, then x varies with 1 by y, and that is for inverse variation. For direct variation, just write down x varies as y, and for inverse variation x varies as 1 by y. So from that, x equal to ky, as k is the constant, and here x equal to k by y. Now exercise 10a. Here sum number 1. Given that y is directly proportional to the x, that y equal to 40 when x equal to 200, find the value of y when x equal to 15. So here y is directly proportional with x, that means y varies as x. So we can write down here y equal to kx. Here k is a non-zero constant. Okay, so now the value of y equal to 40 and value of x equal to 200 is given. So from that you can find out the value of the constant. So here k equal to 1 by 5. Okay, now first problem, find the value of y when x equal to 15. So here the equation y equal to kx, you know the value of k and you know the value of x equal to 15. So y equal to 1 by 5 into 15, and that equal to 3. Now next you have to find the value of x when y equal to 8. So here y equal to 8, k equal to again 1 by 5, then you have to find the value of x, and here x equal to 8 into 5, that equal to 40. Now next one, sum number 2. The length in centimeters stretched by a spring is directly proportional to the amount of force in kg applied. Given below are the sum of observation that the force applied and the length stretched by a spring. Find the missing values in the table. So here is the table, and you have to the given terms here, that is the upper one is force in kg and the lower one is length stretch in centimeter. So here 18, 20, 15, 25 and 28 that are given. Now you have to find out these blank terms. So for first here 20 by 15. Okay, now here each and every ratio will be same. So here 20 by 15, that means x by y equal to 20 by 15, that equal to 4 by 3. So here the constant of variation equal to 4 by 3 for each and every case. Okay, each and every case constant equal to 4 by 3. So for this one, here this part is unknown. So here you let it x. So x by 18, that equal to 4 by 3, that is constant. So here x equal to 24. So that is 24. Now next one, here 25 by blank, that means it's y. So 25 by y equal to 4 by 3. So that equal to 75 by 4, and that equal to 18 whole 3 by 4. Okay, and the last one, I hope you can solve it. Now sum number 3. Priya takes 4 hours in walking a distance of 20 km. What distance would she cover in 7 hours? Okay, so please carefully listen what I am saying. Okay, I am just doing this sum, this method is not given in your book. So it's a very easy method. Okay, each and every term, first each and every sum, first you have to draw this kind of chart. Okay, now there are two things. First one is the time, which is in hours, and second one is the distance which is in kilometer. Okay, as Priya takes 4 hours walking a distance 20 kilometer. So just write down here 4 and distance equal to 20. Now next one, you have to find out how much distance would she cover in 7 hours. Okay, so here time equal to 7 and distance you have to find out. So just put a question mark. Now first you have to know that the relation between the time and distance. Okay, so here time and distance are in direct proportion. Why? As in 4 hours he covered 20 kilometer. So definitely in 7 hours he covered more than 20 kilometer. Okay, that means here 4 to 7 it's increasing, and here also the distance 4 to 20 and it also increasing. So in the left hand side it increasing, in the right hand side also increasing, that's why they are in direct proportion. Okay, so in direct proportion both the side will be increasing or decreasing. That means if first one increasing, second one increasing, it's direct proportion. If first one decreasing, second one decreasing, it also direct proportion. But if first one decreasing, second one increasing, and first one increasing, second one decreasing, that is inverse proportion. So here time and distance are in direct proportion. Now next thing you have to find out the distance. Okay, so in the chart here this term a question mark and you don't know that this term. Okay, so whenever the question mark you just first write down the number that just above the question mark. Each and every sum first write down that number which is just above that question mark. So here 20 is just above that question mark. So here required distance equal to first write down 20. Now next thing here 4 7, that means it's 4 by 7. Okay, you have to consider this as a fraction. Now if it says direct proportion, then write down this fraction inversely, that means 7 by 4. If here is indirect proportion or inverse proportion, then you have to write down the fraction directly. So for direct proportion write down inversely, for inverse proportion write down directly. So here direct proportion, that's written here 7 by 4 and that equal to 35. I hope you have no problem in that matter. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Now next one, sum number 4. In sum number 4, if 15 burners consume 90 cubic meter of gas in 2 hours, how much will 9 burner consume the same time? Okay, so as here the time is the same, so no need to write down the time. First here number of burners and second here amount of gas which is in cubic meter. For 15 burners amount of gas 90. For 9 burners you have to find out this one. So first thing you have to just draw this chart and then you have to find out that these two portion are in direct or inverse variation. So here 15 burners consume 90, then 9 burners consume definitely less than 90. That means in left hand side it decreasing, in right hand side it also decreasing. So it also are direct proportion. So then amount of gas equal to, now as I said before, whenever this question mark just write down the upper one number. So here 90 is the upper above number, so write down first 90, and as direct proportion, so write down this fraction inversely. So 9 by 15 and that equal to 54 cubic meter. Now sum number 5. The railway charges 5600 to carry a certain amount of luggage for 350 km. What should the charge to be carry the same amount of luggage for 425 km? So here charges and distance 5600 for 350 and here question mark and 425. That means you have to find out the charges for 425 km. Okay, so they are in direct proportion. Now charges equal to, first write down this number as it's above in the question mark. So 5600 and then write down inversely. So 425 3500. Okay, if you can't understand then please watch sum number 3. Okay, as it's sum number 5, please watch sum number 3. Here I explain this method in detail. So here 16 into 425 that equal to rupees 6800. Now next one, sum number 6, 7, 8 are same kind of problem. So first solve down sum number 9. So as sum number 9, here the distance d travelled by a ball, a distance d, small d, travelled by a ball dropped from an airplane is directly proportional to the square of the time t, directly proportional to the square of the time t. That means here d directly proportional, d varies as t square. Okay, square of time t, that means t square. Now given that t equal to 2 second and d equal to 24, so just if d varies as t square, that means d equal to kt square, where k is a non-zero constant. So as d equal to 24, t equal to 2, so 2 square, that means k equal to 6. Okay, now next you have to find out the distance the ball drops in 10 second. So here when t equal to 10 second, then d equal to kt square, k equal to 6, t equal to 10 square, and that equal to 600 meter. Now exercise 10b, and this chapter from inverse variation. So here sum number 1, the pressure P of an enclosed gas held a constant temperature is inversely proportional to the volume of the gas. Okay, so as pressure P inversely proportional to the volume of the gas, so P varies as 1 by V. So P equal to K by V, and here K is the non-zero constant. So P into V, that equal to K. Okay. Now you have to calculate the value of K when P equal to 500 and V equal to 2. So here K equal to PV, and you know the value of P equal to 500, V equal to 2. So K equal to 500 into 2, that equal to 1000. Now next one, you have to find out the value of P when V equal to 5. So here P equal to K by V, and P equal to, so K equal to 1000, so 1000 by 5, and that equal to 200. Now sum number 2, how many days would it take 67 men to build a wall which 134 men can build in 3 weeks? Okay, so here as same as the direct proportion, first you have to construct a chart. So here number of men and here timing or weeks. So 134 men can build the wall in 3 weeks. Now you have to find out for 67 men what is the timing. Okay, so here as number of men and timing both are in inverse variation. Okay, if number of men increase, then the time will be decrease. If number of men decrease, then the time will be increase. So they are always in inverse variation. So first write down the number which is above the question mark, as I said before. Okay, so here 3 is above the question mark, so first write down 3. And as I said that for direct variation you have to write down this fraction inversely. As here inverse variation, so you have to write down this fraction just directly. That means 134 by 67. So that equal to 134 by 67, that equal to 6 weeks. So if you can't understand this method or if you have any problem, then please watch sum number 3 from exercise 10a, where I told this method in detail. Okay, so now sum number 5. It is found that book will contain 540 pages in 28 lines as allowed in a page. How many lines should be allowed in a page if the book has to contain 360 pages? So first construct the chart. Number of pages, number of lines. 540, 28 lines, 360, you have to find out the lines. So as they are in inverse proportion. Okay, if number of lines will be increasing, then number of pages will be decreasing. So here number of lines equal to, first write down 28, and they are in inverse variation, so just write down the fraction directly. So 540 by 360, and that equal to 42. Now sum number 7. If a ball moves 135 meter per second, it will strike an object in 4 seconds. If it moves 120 meter per second, how long will it take to strike the same object? So here the time and here the speed. So when speed is 135 meter per second, then taken time equal to 4. when speed is 120, you have to find out this required time. So your required time equal to, first as they are in indirect proportion or inverse proportion, so that equal to, first write down 4 and they write down directly, and that equal to 4.5 second. Now the last one, sum number 9. A wheel of circumference 2.8 meter revolves 765 times in traveling a certain distance. How many revolution does a wheel of circumference 1.7 meter make in traversing the same distance? Okay, so here circumference 2.8, revolution times 765. Circumference 1.7, you have to find out the revolution times. So here revolution times equal to 765 into 2.8 by 7, and after calculation you will get 1260. Okay, so now exercise 10b completed. So please, I hope you like this video. Please share this video with your friends. Okay, now exercise 10c. So here exercise 10c, and this chapter contains compound variation. Okay, that means in the previous two exercise there are only one variation. Now in this exercise there are compound variation. That means each and every problem there must be direct variation or inverse variation. Okay, that means one inverse variation, one direct variation, or two direct variation, two inverse variation. Okay, so here the first one, 4 men can make 4 cupboards in 4 days. So number of men, number of cupboards, number of days. Okay, listen very carefully. Okay, this method is not in your book, and it's a very easy method than your book. So if you just learn this method, then you can solve each and every problem from the variation. So here number of men, number of cupboards, and number of days, 4, 4, 4 all are given. Now next, how many cupboards? So cupboards here question mark, 14 men and in 14 days. So first you have to construct this chart. Whenever you complete this chart, as here the number of cupboards is unknown, that means first you have to find out the proportion. First you have to find out the proportion of number of men with number of cupboards and number of days again with number of cupboards. That means number of cupboards will be common, as there is a unknown number. So whenever this question mark or whenever the unknown number is given, that means you have to find out the proportion with that one. So here number of cupboards and number of men. Okay, first you have to find out the proportion with number of cupboards and number of men. So here 4 men can make 4 cupboards. That means 14 men can make more than 4 cupboards. So here increasing, here also increasing. That means direct proportion. Now next one, number of cupboards, number of days. In 4 days, number of cupboards will be 4. In 14 days, that means there are more than 4 cupboards. So here increasing, here also increasing. So that means it's also direct proportion. So first write down number of cupboards, and as I said before, whenever this question mark, just first write down the number above the question mark. So here 4 is above the question mark, so 4 into. Now both are in direct proportion, that means you have to write down these two fraction inversely. So here 14 by 4, here also 14 by 4. So 14 by 4, 14 by 4, and that equal to 49. I hope there is no problem. Now sum number 2. In a hostel, it cost 1800 to keep 50 students for 8 weeks. 1800 cost 50 students for 8 weeks. For what length of time did the cost of keeping 90 students amount is 21,060 rupees. You have to find out the length of time, then you find out the number of weeks. So here first you have to find out the relation between cost with weeks and student with weeks. So here 50 student will be you have to keep 50 students for 8 weeks, then 90 students, that means you have to keep 90 students less than 8 weeks. Okay, if number of student increasing, then number of time will be decreasing. So that means these two are in inverse variation. So for inverse variation, you have to write down this fraction directly. So here 50 by 90. Now next one, cost and weeks. Rupees 1800 cost for 8 weeks. Rupees 21,060 cost for more than 8 weeks. That means it's in direct variation. So write down inversely. So here 21060 by 1800. So now you have to calculate this one, 8 into 50 by 90 into 21,060 by 1800, and then you will get 52 weeks. Now next, sum number 5. Sum number 3, 4 are same kind of problem. Okay, first you have to construct the chart, and then you have to find out the variation and solve it. Sum number 5, 10 cooks working in for 8 hours, each can prepare a meal for 536 people. Okay, so here number of cooks equal to 10, time equal to 8 hours, number of people, meal for people, that equal to 536. How many cooks will be needed to prepare a meal for 737, and the required if they are required to prepare a meal in 5 hours? That means you have to find out the number of cooks. So here first you have to find out the variation. So number of cooks and time. 8 hours, then you need 10 cooks. 5 hours, you need more than 10 cooks. So it's inverse variation. So that's why 8 by 5 will be write down directly as inverse variation. So 8 by 5 write down directly. Now next, 10 cooks make a meal for 536 people. Then for 737 people, you have to need more than 10 cooks. So it's here increasing, here also increasing. That means it's direct proportion. So for direct proportion, write down inversely. So 737 by 536 and multiply 10, and you will get 22. Here the last problem, sum number 7. If a man travels 65 km in 3 days by walking 7.5 hours a day, in how many days will he travel 156 km by walking 8 hours a day? That means you have to find out number of days. Okay, so first find the relation, number of days with distance. In 3 days 65 km, then 156 more than 3 days. Okay, so it's in direct. So it's in direct proportion. So in direct proportion, that means you have to write down this fraction inversely. So 156 by 65. Now per day 7 whole half hours, and it need 3 days. Per day 8 hours, it need less than 3 days. So it's inverse variation. So for inverse, write down directly. So 15 by 2 into 8. Okay, so 3 into 156 by 65 into 15 by 2 8, and you will get 27 by 4. So that equal to 6 whole 3 by 4 days. Okay, so here chapter 10 fully complete. Now in the next video I am going to solve another chapter. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends and relatives.